Have you ever struggled to reach the higher levels of the Deep Space trials? Or obtain a significant number of Senior Hunter medals? Or just knowing what to do while waiting for the next big update? I have, and in the quest for more efficient upgrading of memories and protocores, I have stumbled into a few tips that I wish I knew sooner. And don't worry, I'll be sharing these with you so you won't have to waste time and resources like I did. We'll cover the basics first and go through which protocores, their corresponding attributes, and builds and strategies to consider depending on what stage you are in. And finally, some general tips by the end of this video, so make sure to stay tuned in. So let's break it down in simple terms. First things first, what are protocores? Think of them as power-ups for your memories, which come in 4 shapes: star, diamond, square, and triangle. Each shape corresponds to different attributes and colors. The colors match those of your memories: green, blue, purple, yellow, red, and pink. The star and triangle protocores match with lunar cards, while the diamond and square protocores match with solar cards. Protocores also come in 3 rarities: blue, violet, and gold. The higher the rarity, the stronger the potential. You can tell their rarity by the fine line underneath them. The blue rarity can be upgraded up to a max level of 9, violet can be upgraded up to 12, and gold can be upgraded up to 15. There is a guaranteed gold rarity protocore drop from Core Hunt level 7 onwards, with level 10 having 2 guaranteed drops. Choose protocores on attributes and not on rarity. It's better to have a level 9 blue protocore with attributes you need than a level 15 protocore with mismatched attributes. Now let's talk about attributes. These are the key traits that boosts your card's power. HP keeps you alive, lose all your HP and you're defeated. Attack deals damage to your enemies. Higher attack means more damage. Defense helps you withstand enemy attacks. More defense, less damage taken. Crit rate and crit damage increase your chance of dealing extra damage with critical hits. Great for taking down tough enemies. There are also special attributes like Oath's Strength, which increases the damage of your ultimate skill, while Oath Recovery Boost makes your ultimate skill charge faster. We'll discuss it further in the video, but investing in this attribute will let you trigger your ultimate skill twice in a 2-minute battle. Then we have the Expedited Energy Boost, which refers to the rate to fill up the gauge of the 3 stars underneath your HP that you need to carry out active skills. And just a quick rundown of Wanderer type, they come in 2, those with shields and those without. Shields are shown under their HP bar. Wanderers without shields do not have a weak status, while those who have are hard to damage before their shields get broken. Matching colors during battles helps break shields twice as fast. The crit rate and crit damage are always relevant with the exception of weakened Wanderers. And that's where damage boost to weakened comes in. It only works on Wanderers with their shields broken and it deals extra damage to them. The main attribute is the one highlighted on the top. They will increase each level you upgrade. And in every 3 levels, you'll get 1 random sub-attribute upgrade or get an extra sub-attribute if there are less than 4 sub-attributes in your protocore. I wouldn't advise to level your protocores beyond level 9 unless you are a whale. Diamond protocores will always have a plus HP main, while the star protocores will always have plus attack. Focus on their sub-attributes instead. Triangle and square protocores will have varied percent main attributes. However, the square protocores can also have one of the 3 unique attributes, which are Oath Strength, Oath Recovery Boost, and Expedited Energy Boost, with the last 2 being special as they only come as main attributes. Now that we've covered the basics, let's proceed with the builds and strategies. In battles, the type of weapon you choose can make a big difference. The Hunter firearm is great for starters because it's easy to handle and can hit targets from a distance. It's versatile, both with single target and area of effect damage. While the Hunter wand is perfect for taking out groups of weaker enemies since it deals AoE damage. It's also good for battles where you need to keep your team's health up, as it has healing abilities. Then if you're into melee combat, the Hunter Claymore is for you. It packs a serious punch and can deal the highest damage. Just know that it takes some practice to master with its tricky combos and timing. Remember to spend some time in the training room to get the hang of it. It will pay off in battle. Do note that the legendary weapons are the cream of the crop, but are locked to their respective companions. As for your companions, you need to play their strengths, starting with Savior. He's a heavy hitter but can be vulnerable. He's great for taking down enemies one at a time, especially in close combat situations. Recommended weapon with him is a Hunter Blade. If you haven't settled on a build, you can focus on Oath Recovery Boost and Expedited Energy Boost for his main attributes. He deals the most damage and is perfect for one-on-one boss fights, although he can't really take a beating, so be ready to retreat if things get dicey. His Lightseeker version offers group attacks, faster energy recovery, and even more damage, and it matches well with the Luminescence Blade. Next up is Zane. He's your healer and can help distract enemies. He's best used in group fights, but needs protection since he's a bit fragile. His recommended weapon is a Hunter Wand, and if you haven't settled on a build, you can opt for Oath Recovery Boost and Oath Strength for his main attributes. He's excellent in group battles and doesn't need to rely much on HP attributes. However, Zane can be taken out easier than you, so make sure to watch his back. His first year version provides extra damage through defense points and activated shields. Plus combo and oath attacks can stack for even more damage. This means his attack scales with defense, so focus on defense-oriented cards when you unlock this version of his. Then we have Raphael. He's a well-rounded fighter who can hold his own. He's independent but works best with a little support. His recommended weapon is a Hunter Gun. You can focus on Oath Recovery Boost and Expedited Energy Boost for his main attributes. He's efficient and beginner-friendly, suitable for any battle since he also offers strong support. Just not much room for strategic play with a gun. His Abyss Walker version increases your damage significantly, boosts your critical rate, and gathers enemies, making Expedited Energy Boost with high damage boost to Weakened pretty convenient in my opinion. Each companion has Dominant, Auxiliary, and Tertiary color memories. Savior is Dominant in green, Auxiliary in yellow, Tertiary in red. Zane is Dominant in blue, Auxiliary in red, Tertiary in pink. While Raphael is Dominant in purple, Auxiliary in pink, Tertiary in yellow. So teams are often worked around these. If you're interested in learning more about the different companions and their specific classes and skills, let us know. But for now, we'll generalize and talk strategy for building your team. Please note that it will ultimately depend on what memories and protocores you get, and it's up to us to make the most out of it. First off, you can check your team attributes by going to the team preparation screen. Click Details, and here you can see the team attributes. This shows your and your companion's total attributes. And let's proceed with the crit build. This build is all about landing those devastating critical hits. You'll focus on boosting your crit rate and crit damage to deal maximum damage to enemies. Pros, it deals the highest damage to enemies without shields and boosts your team's overall damage per second. Active skills also benefit from increased crit damage, which is amazing, and it doesn't rely on enemies being in a weakened state to deal heavy damage. As for the cons, crit rate and crit damage don't apply when enemies are weakened unfortunately, and Ardent Oath, the ultimate skill, can't trigger critical hits. This build also requires a significant investment. To achieve this build, aim for protocores with crit rate as the main attribute and ideally sub-attribute. And remember, crit damage won't matter if you can't trigger crit in the first place. Make sure to consider Oath Strength as well, since ultimate skills do not crit. Next up is the Weakened build. If you want to deal high damage to weakened enemies, especially after breaking their shields, this is the build for you. It's ideal for all three companions in my opinion. As you develop the memory's talents, damage to weakened also increases. Pros, deals the highest damage to enemies after their shields are broken, and work well with companions and weapons that can unleash bursts of damage within 10 seconds of breaking a shield. And Lemonette. Need I say more? Then we have the cons. Aside from Lemonette, this build requires matching the color requirement of the stage, or it will take longer to break shields. And it's not effective against enemies without shields or bosses that enter a locked state. To achieve this build, focus on using attack-oriented memories and protocores, or defense for Zane Forseer, with damage boost to weakened as the main attribute. Square gold protocores with Oath Strength as the main attribute, and additional attack and crit rate traits will help boost your damage output. Then we have the attack build. This build aims for a balanced approach, focusing on a stable and versatile team. It balances crit rate, damage boost, and overall damage output. Pros, it provides a consistent damage output and guarantees high damage with Oath Strength. This build offers flexibility and stability, suitable for all types of players. However, memories with HP and defense talents may lower maximum damage output, with the exception of Zane Forseer. This build also progresses slower compared to other builds and may not stand out as much. To achieve this build, use a combination of protocores with crit rate and damage boost to weaken as main attributes, as this build allows you to raise two different teams, one focused on crit and one on weakened, to adapt to different situations and playstyles. If you've enjoyed the video so far, consider tapping the like button. It will help us know if this video is helpful. Now let's move on to the stages of the game. I'll be sharing the guidelines I go by. In the early game, your focus should be on clearing story battles and the primary hunter contest. When it comes to protocores, prioritize flat plus attack stats for low-level or 3-star memories instead of percent attack, since the additional flat attributes would actually be bigger. Look for blue protocores with suitable main attributes, but avoid heavy investment and upgrades just yet. Reserve Protocore battles for farming initial diamonds and concentrate on leveling memories that match your companion's colors for better performance. Be careful not to overlevel one team, as it could lead to resource wastage and make battles harder later on. Regularly interact with all 3 love interests to increase affection levels, which provides combat stats. In the mid-game, it's usually after clearing Open Orbit 30 and starting the Junior Hunter contest, you can start collecting Violet and Gold rarity Protocores. Prioritize useful sub-attributes and upgrade strategically, aiming for around 10% bonus and % attack or defense if you've unlocked Zane's first year. As for main attributes, I opt for about 13% and % Oath recovery boost to enable using the Ardent Oath twice in a 2-minute fight. Anticipate upcoming battles' color requirements in Open Orbit and prepare the right memories in advance for more effective challenges. A quick Google search will do, but I will also share the link for the list of color requirements in Open Orbit below. You can begin balancing your team with dominant, auxiliary, and tertiary color cards to enhance versatility. As you progress to the late game, having cleared Open Orbit 60 and attempting the Senior Hunt, focus on farming and investing in damage to weakened and/or crit sub-attribute Protocores, depending on your build. Strengthen your teams further with more 5-star cards and a balanced composition of colors. Prioritize meeting color requirements to progress efficiently. The main goal now is to dominate the Senior Hunter contest rounds and collect as many medals as possible before the season resets. If you made it this far in the video, good job in following through. Just a few gentle reminders and tips. Start by leveling square Protocores for Oath recovery boost, and when you achieve about 13%, where you can trigger your Ardent Oath skill twice in the battle, move on to Starshaped ones for flat attack bonuses in the early stages. As you progress through the game and unlock new memories and Protocores, be ready to adjust your strategy accordingly. Take your time on collecting and upgrading Protocores. Rushing can lead to mistakes. And focus more on attributes rather than rarity when prioritizing which ones to level up, especially early game. Look for Protocores with 2 to 3% sub-attributes that match your memory's talent or the build that you're going for. And when you level them up to +3, you'll gain an additional sub-attribute that might be what you're building up for. And finally, have fun. The tips mentioned here are just my opinion and what my goals would be if I started from scratch. We might not be getting all the memories and Protocores we want right away, but it's the journey to achieving them is where the fun is at least until the next major update drops. If you want more Love and Deepspace content, check out the video here.